Christmas gift envelope. We send pictures during the holidays, so I'm always looking for cute little packaging to wrap a photo in. If I just slip my insert out, you'll notice it's a plain sheet of black cardstock that's cut to fit the envelope. Those are my kids, Soraya, Jelena, and Ariano. They're a handful, but super cute, right? Yes. Down at the bottom, I said, love the Fratons, and that's in our new Stampin' chalk marker, which I just love. Above that, it says Merry Christmas, and that's the rotary Christmas stamp. I decorated the front of the bag with a chalkboard tag for my grandma, and I've used a couple of accessories on here. So my first business tip when you're using accessories is to use accessories. Don't be shy. Showing accessories on all of your cards will let the customers get the product in hand, and they'll learn to love them as much as you do. The baker's twine comes 75 feet in a spool, and that works out to about a nickel a lineal foot. Rhinestones are 150 in a package, and they're about 4 cents each. It's an incredible value, and share that with your customers. They'll know when they're getting that quantity for that price point that we will be competitive or beat box stores, craft stores, and dollar stores. On my project, I also tucked in some of the baked brown sugar ruffle stretched ribbon underneath my belly band. That is one of my very favorite accessories that we sell. When I got my catalog order for the first time, I ordered all 5 of the in colors. I instantly snapped a picture and I posted it on Facebook, and I captioned it with, I peed my pants. Because I literally did. They were so gorgeous. And if you don't have it, you need it in every color, I'm telling you. I share that enthusiasm with my customers. If you love it, they're going to. Think of when you open up your box and you scream and you ooh and you ah and you do a little jig. They're going to do the same thing. It's contagious. On the front of this, I've adorned it with a metal star, and I'm going to show you how to make that real quick. We have foil sheets in our holiday catalog. I went onto My Digital Studios, and I popped in a 5-star punch, and I just stretched it to the size that I wanted, and I printed it on my home printer on computer paper. A quick trace to a foil sheet like so on the back, and then you can cut it out. Take a marker and draw a line from the tip to the inside corner. Lay it down on your scoring tool and score it. Then all you need to do is fold it along that score line. You're going to do that on all 5 of those points, and you'll end up with stars that look like this. I did 2 larger versions for you here. Super cute on your mantle at Christmas, or as a Christmas decoration, a Christmas tree ornament. And really easy. Thank you. Oh, you know what I forgot? A quick tip. I used a sponge, not a sponge, a sanding block, and I roughed them up so they look a little bit more like stainless steel. My second tip is using expensive embellishments. Not all of our embellishments are as inexpensive as that baker's twine and rhinestones that I just showed you. We do have some, like the frosted finishes. These work out to about 75 cents each. I'm Canadian, did you mention that? So you might have to do this little math in your head that'll give you the conversion. But these are about 75 cents each. I still want to use them because, again, it goes back to that philosophy that the customers will touch and feel and play with them and fall in love with them. What may seem expensive to you may not be expensive to someone else. It might be the finishing touch that they want on their project, or it might be something that they just can't live without. We all have that disease as demonstrators, right? Next, I'm moving on to Halloween. I have a love for Halloween. My daughter was born close to Halloween, so we often celebrate Halloween with a Halloween birthday party. When I got the designer series paper that comes in our holiday catalog, I thought it led instantly to a decor class. So these were the 2 sheets that I thought were perfect for this. I first created a pennant banner, which simply was done cutting out the designer series paper and putting it together with candy dot brad bases. Instead of putting the candy dots inside, I just added some of the rhinestones. I added rhinestones throughout a number of locations on the pennant that suited where the dots were and typing was on the actual designer series paper. There's a number of vintage faceted buttons and twine bows tied on there. Another inexpensive accessory is the Stampin' glitter that is in the holiday catalog. It comes in 4 colors. What I've done on the Designer Series paper here is I use the Tombow multi-purpose glue. It's a great upsell when you're selling the glitter. You use the fine tip, you just color in the part of the Designer Series paper you want to bedazzle, and you dump the glitter on, and it's good to go. Thank you. The other piece of that Designer Series paper was the Witch's Candy Shop, and I thought it was a super cute flag to stick in a candy dish or something during your party. So it's that same technique of the glue pen with the silver glitter. There's a few rhinestones on there and some of the Witch's Brew washi tape, and of course a bunch of twine and 1/8" ribbon. Okay, and one more. This is an 8x10 decor frame. It works perfect with that one sheet of 12x12. It's just cut to suit the frame. There's some washi tape, that same technique on here with the glitter and the glue pen, and then the Toil and Trouble is just a little embellishment on there. So when you're working with accessories and designing a class, it's important not to get carried away. That happens to the best of us. And I've mentioned quite a bit already unit costs of our accessories. You'll have noticed that. Do you guys know about the cost calculator on the demonstrator website? Not very many of you. It is a really exciting tool that we have access to. It's an Excel spreadsheet. It takes all of our product in our catalog, annual catalog, and our holiday catalog, and it breaks them down into unit costs for you. There's a Canadian version and a US version. The costs you can either choose are demonstrator costs or customer costs. The demonstrator cost is at your 20% minimum discount, and the customer cost is a catalog face value. I design my projects and classes keeping in mind the customer costs, and I take that a step further, and I actually write all those unit costs right into my catalog. You can see those candy dot brad bases that I just used on my flag are 16 cents a piece Canadian, and I know the candy dots are 8 cents. That's perfect if you're designing a make and take or a workshop card, so you know you're using things that you can recoup with the sales from that party. And if you're designing a class, you're not going overboard, like I said. I do it for everything: ribbon, cardstock, buttons, envelopes, everything is written right in here. Thank you. The second tip when you're cost costing is to make it product-based. I want commissionable sales. I want my customers to have as much product in their hand as possible when I'm designing a class. So in the example of the designer or the Halloween class, I would include half a pack of Designer Series paper and 1 or 2 accessories of your choice. There was a lot of linen thread on that project, or perhaps some rhinestones. I would give them a package of those with the class cost. I advertise that they'll get the extra product to take home. They could make invitations or party favors. It'll put it in their inventory and puts it in their hands. It lets them use it and play with it and have something at home. I find that they like that and they find value in that. And like I said, it increases my commissionable sales and helps me meet my goals. You guys are getting really quiet. So who goes on Pinterest? Yes, me too. I am addicted to Pinterest. So this business tip is about selling your customers Stampin' Up! Products. So I know you all go on Pinterest for hours and hours like me, and you probably do a lot of that crafting, or you're a Pinterest hoarder. You're probably one of the two. I tend to do the Pinterest crafting, but I'm always wanting to find a way to redevelop that design that I found with Stampin' Up! Products, because you sell Stampin' Up! Products. I go to Costco for a fruit tray, and I come home with $300 worth of product. Do you? Yes? I know you do. You need to be honest. You tell your husband it's all groceries, but I know there's yoga pants and all kinds of things in there, right? That's called upselling. So if you send your customer to Michael's to buy something, they're going to walk down that queue line to pay for their purchase. All those products are laid there for a reason, for them to be upsold and have impulse purchasing. We don't want that. You want them to come to your class, your club, your event, and shop with you. So showing them Stampin' Up! Products will help increase your sales because they're going to use it for their crafting products. I found 5